We are in the second half of the 35th Sarga towards its end. So to summarize what has happened, hope I'm perfectly audible. To summarize what has happened so far, in the 35th Sarga beginning, we have the inquiry from Sita Mata. How did the Vanaras and the Purusha Vyagraha, the tigers among men, how did they meet? And if you really know who is Rama, describe to me his physical characteristics. So you see Hanuman describing the Kalyana Guna, the auspicious qualities of Lord Rama, and he goes on to describe in a very highly poetic and a very Samudrika Lakshya Shastric fashion the physical attributes of Lord Rama. Right from the top of his head to the tips of his feet, he describes every part of him with very beautiful adjectives in a very nice way. And then he moves on to say that after Sita Mata's loss, when Rama and Lakshmana were wandering in the forest in search of her near Rishyamukha mountain, they chanced to meet the Vanaras. Here, Sugriva, thinking that Vali had sent some, powerful forces against him, became scared and he hid himself and sent Hanuman as the messenger to talk to Rama and Lakshmana. Rama and Lakshmana were very impressed by Hanuman's demeanor. They trusted him, and Hanuman brought them to Sugriva. Instant friendship was struck between Sugriva and Rama and Lakshmana. The moment Rama and Lakshmana, especially Rama, when he saw the fallen ornaments of Sita Mata, his extreme physical reaction, the way he rolls on the ground, the way he is very sad, all that is described. And then how there was a friendship that was struck between Sugriva and Rama and Lakshmana, wherein Rama and Lakshmana agreed to help Sugriva in exchange for his help in finding Sita Mata. Vali Vadham happened, as we all know. We discussed all that in some amount of detail. And then we have Sugriva sending out the Vanara Sena in different directions. Angada came in the southern direction with 1/3 of the forces. The ornaments which had fallen were handed over to the various monkey generals who had set out in different directions. Hanuman had a special ornament with him, which we will see soon in the next slide. Okay, so now here, after Angada and the Vanar Sena set out in the southern direction, they had exceeded the time limit given by Sugriva for finding Sita Mata and returning because they were futile in their search. So extremely saddened by the loss of Vaidehi, Sita Mata, and also by the state of their master's temper when they were to go back, the Vanaras decided to do Prayopavesha. Prayopavesha means fasting until death. This was a sad state at which we had concluded the previous class, which is why we chanted a few more shlokas till the advent of Sampati. So now we will learn from 61 is done. So we'll now learn from 62. Just 1 second. Tesham nah swami sandeshat.
Tesham nah swami sandeshat.
Nirashanam mumurshatam.
Nirashanam mumurshatam.
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 Karyahetorivayatah.
Karyahetorivayatah.
Shakunir viryavan mahan.
Shakunir viryavan mahan.
Tesham nah swami sandeshat. Nirashanam mumurshatam.
Tesham nah swami
sandeshat.
Nirashanam mumurshatam.
Karyahetorivayatah. Shakunir viryavan mahan.
Karyahetorivayatah. Shakunir viryavan mahan.
Okay. Together. Tesham nah swami sandeshat. Nirashanam mumurshatam. Karyahetorivayatah. Shakunir viryavan mahan. So in the previous shloka we saw that when the Vanaras were ready to give up their lives by fasting unto death, Angada, seeing their state, started to lament. Okay, so what were the points that he was lamenting on? He was talking about the futility of Valivadha. Vali need not have been, he's a son no, of Raleigh after all. Vali need not have been killed at all. Okay, why was his life lost? Oh no, Sita Mata, she has been lost. How sad it is for us. And also how futile is Jatayu's giving up of his life. So when he's talking about Jatayu, hearing the magical word Jatayu, there came one Shakuni. Shakuni does not only mean Shakuni as we know in Mahabharata, right? Proper noun. But Shakuni is a common noun. Shakuni means a bird. Okay. So what is the shloka here? We will see. Ayataha asit. So asit was. Okay. We have to add the verb was. Swami Sandeshat. Nirashana mumurshatam tesham naha. Swami Sandeshat. According to the command of their Swami. Who is the Swami? Sugriva. So according to Sugriva's command, having flouted it, that is the implication. Having not followed Sugriva's command by not returning in time. Okay. Nirashanam. Those who were disappointed in themselves. Who are they? The Vanaras. Mumurshatam. Those who were desirous of dying. Okay, mrityu, that dhatu, same dhatu. Mumurshata means desire to die. So of those who were desirous of dying. Okay, tesham naha, of us, karya hetoriva. Karya means karyam, you know, work. Hetuhu means cause. So as if to help, as if to fulfill the karyam. Okay, Viryavan, Mahan, Shakunihi. Viryavan, a brave, Mahan, great, Shakunihi, bird, Ayataha, came. So, as if to fulfill the karyam of the Vanaras who were lost and miserable, there came a massive bird, okay, a Shakuni, a bird. Okay, now what was the bird and the details come in the next answer. So far everyone's following? Yeah, especially the new joinees nod, okay, that way I'll know that you're following. Okay, good. Next. Gridhrarajasya sodaryah
Gridhrarajasya sodaryah
Sampatir nama Gridharat
Sampatir nama Gridharat
Shrutva Bhratuvadham Kopat.
Bhatruvadham Kopat
Idam Vachanam Abravit
Idam Vachanam Abravit
Gridharajasya sodaryah Sampatir nama Gridharat
Gridharajasya sodaryah Sampatir nama Gridharat
Shrutva Bhratruvadham Kopat Idam Vachanam Abravit.
Shrutva Bhatruvadham Kopat Idam Vachanam Abravit.
Together. Gridharajasya sodaryah Sampatir nama Gridharat Shrutva Bhratruvadham Kopat Idam Vachanam Abravit. Abravit is the verb. This means spoke. Who spoke? Sampati is speaking. What is he speaking? Gridharajasya sodaryah Sampatihi. Gridharajaha means the king of the vultures. Who's the vulture king? Jatayu. Sa Udaryaha means brother. One who is born from the same Udara is a Sodara. Sahodara we say, no? Sahodara means one born from the same Udara, same, technically speaking, womb. So, Sodaryaha Sampatihi nama Gridharat. He is also a vulture king by name Sampati. Okay. Ratrivadham Shrutva. Ratrivadham, the killing of his brother. Shrutva, having heard. Kopat, out of anger. Idam Vachanam, these words he spoke. Abravit. Okay. Now, how is Sampati the brother of this one Jatayu, we will just see the next shloka once we understand the meaning of that shloka also and see a bit of the backstory. Next shloka. Yaviyan kena me bhrata.
Yaviyan kena me bhrata.
Hatah kva cha nipatitaha.
Hatah kva cha nipatitaha.
Etadakhyatumichhami.
Etadakhyatumichhami.
Bhavadbhirvanarottamaha.
Bhavadbhirvanarottamaha.
Yaviyan kena me bhrata. Hatah kva cha nipatitaha.
Yaviyan kena me bhrata. Hatah kva cha nipatitaha.
Etadakhyatumichhami. Bhavadbhirvanarottamaha. Etadakhyatumichhami.
Bhavadbhirvanarottamaha.
Together. Yaviyan kena me bhrata. Hatah kva cha nipatitaha. Etadakhyatumichhami. Bhavadbhirvanarottamaha. So here, ichhami is the verb. I desire. So what is the desire of Sampati? Me, my. Yaviyan bhrata. Yaviyan means younger. Bhrata, brother. Kena hataha. By whom was he killed? Kva nipatitaha. Where? Kva here refers to kutaha or where. Nipatitaha. Was he felled? Kutra. Kutaha na hauna, correct. Kutra. Where was he felled? Nipatitaha. Where was he felled? Then the question is, He Vanarottamaha, O supreme among Vanaras, Bhavadbihi, by you, Etat, this, Akyatum, to tell, Ichhami, I desire. So I want to know who killed my brother and where. How was he defeated? Because his defeat is so surprising to Sampati. Because they are not ordinary vultures. Even among king of vultures, they are of divine origin. Okay, so they are not. The death of Jatayu was something which was very, very shocking to Sampati. One second. Angado kathayattasya.
Angado kathayattasya.
Janasthane mahadvadham.
Janasthane mahadvadham.
Rakshasa bhimarupena.
Rakshasa bhimarupena.
Tvam uddishya yatha tatham.
Tvamuddishya yatha tatham.
Angado kathayattasya janasthane mahadvadham.
Angado kathayattasya janasthane mahadvadham.
Rakshasa bhimarupena tvam uddishya yatha tatham.
Rakshasa bhimarupena tvamuddishya yatha tatham.
Together. Angado kathayattasya janasthane mahadvadham. Rakshasa bhimarupena tvam uddishya yatha tatham. Okay. Akathayat, told, retold. Tvam uddishya, pertaining to you. Here, who is this you? Sita Mata. Hanuman is speaking to Sita Mata, narrating the incident of Sampati finding the Vanaras beleaguered. Okay, so here, Tvam uddishya. Uddishya means pertaining. Okay, pertaining to whom? Pertaining to you, Sita Mata. Bhima Rupena Rakshasa Janasthane. Bhima Rupena, by a terrible Rakshasa, namely Ravana, by a terrible Rakshasa, Janasthane, in Janasthana, Mahatvadham, the great killing, yatha tatham, as it happened. Here the killing is not a direct killing, it is a great fight actually. Jatayu died later. Jatayu was mortally wounded by Ravana and left to die. So that is the meaning of Mahadvadham here. Okay. Yatha tatham, as it happened truthfully. Angadaha, tasya akatayat. Angadaha told, Angadaha tasya, for him, he told him. Okay. Akatayat. He told whom? Sampati. Next shloka. So the meaning is Angada narrated to Sampati what happened in Janasthana when Jatayu was mortally wounded. Jatayushovadham shrutva
जटायुषोवधं श्रुत्वा
dukhitas sorunatmajaha
दुःखितः सोरुणात्मजः
tvam shashamsavararohe
त्वां शशंसवरारोहे
vasantim ravanalaye
वसन्तीं रावणालये
जटायुषोवधं श्रुत्वा दुःखितः सोरुणात्मजः
जटायुषोवधं श्रुत्वा दुःखितः सोरुणात्मजः
त्वां शशंसवरारोहे वसन्तीं रावणालये
त्वां शशंसवरारोहे वसन्तीं रावणालये
together जटायुषोवधं श्रुत्वा दुःखितः सोरुणात्मजः त्वां शशंसवरारोहे वसन्तीं रावणालये शशंस verb told. Okay. Shams dhatu also has the same meaning as vach brew, means to tell. So he told, lit lakara. Whom did he tell? Sampati told the Vanaras. Okay. Vararohe is how Hanuman is addressing Sita Mata. He Vararohe, which means, oh charming lady. Okay, one with a charming appearance. Hanuman is addressing Sita Mata when he's telling her the story. Saha Arunatmajaha. He, the son of Aruna. Who is that? Sampati. Okay. Jatayushaha Vadham Shrutva. On hearing of Jatayu's killing, Dukkhitaha, saddened, Tvam, you, Ravanalaye, in Ravana's palace, Vasantim, are living, iti Shashamsa, told. So he told us that you were in Ravana's custody. Ravanalaya need not be palace also. Ravanalaya is simply Ravana's place, Ravana's custody. Okay, so here Valmiki mentions in passing who is Sampati. Sampati and therefore Jatayu. Does anyone know who is Aruna? Everyone is a friend called Aruna, but this is male Aruna, not female.
Aruna is the
Sons,
brother of Garuda.
charity of son,
Charity.
son, God's son.
Correct, correct. So when Vinata, it all starts with Garuda's birth. When Vinata took a boon from Kashyapa Rishi that her son should be the most powerful. Okay. And Kadru wanted her sons to be very powerful, but she wanted many of them. Not all would be powerful was the deal. To have 1,000 sons or 1,000,000 sons or 1,000,000 sons, everyone cannot be equally powerful. But Vinata said, give me 2 sons who are the most powerful. Okay. So the incubation time for Kadru's children was very short. The snakes were born very quickly. Seeing that, Vinata waited patiently for 100 years. For 1,000 years, the egg did not hatch. So she forced open the egg, the first egg. When she forced open the first egg, out emerged a being who did not have proper limbs. Okay, who was just a congealed mass of flesh and blood, but who was sensate. Obviously, he was blessed by his father to be very powerful. So he was conscious, he was sensate, he had a lot of intelligence, but he did not have a fully made form. So Kashyapa told Vinata, you were very, very rash, and therefore at least send him to become, everyone thinks of the career for their children, no? So his career was decided as a charioteer of Surya Bhagavan. Why, others' flesh will melt on contact with the heat. But for one who is just a mass of flesh, what is there to melt? So Aruna became the charioteer of Surya Bhagavan. The whole purpose, if you see Kashyapa's Aditi, Vinata, all the progeny of Kashyapa, essentially the symbolism here is all the species of the world was created through Kashyapa. It was Kashyapa Prajapati. All the beings came from him. So birds came from him, snakes came from him, animals came from him, devas also came from him, asuras also came from him. Every species, we keep talking about Aditi, Diti. But he had many, many wives. They had all the different species in creation came from him. So even Aruna had to take the progeny cycle forward. So he married a vulture queen named Sieni or Sheni. Okay. There is another, this Sheni name is given in Valmiki Ramayana only, but in Kanda Ramayana, her name is Mahashweta. So she became the mother of all the vultures. Some say Sheni was herself not a vulture, but was a daughter of Daksha Prajapati. And she gave birth to all the vultures. So top two were Sampati, Jatayu, the most powerful vultures. And what was the special feature of Sampati and Jatayu was this. Both being very, very powerful vultures, Sampati was older than Jatayu actually. Jatayu being the rash younger brother, all of you I'm sure remember the Icarus, Greek Icarus story. The story of Icarus' tragedy, what did he do? The man who wanted to fly. So he made with feathers and wings of wax and he flew too close to the sun and got himself burnt and he fell down to earth. Remember, same legend, parable you can see is predated in the Ramayana. So what did our Jatayu do? He wanted to go close to the sun because he said, my father is a charioteer of the sun. If he can bear the sun's heat, so can I. And so he flew high up in the sky trying to reach the sun. Sampati saw the foolishness of his younger brother and swooped up and covered him with his wings and saved him. Jatayu fell to the ground safe, but Sampati's wings got burnt. So he fell down, and remember, where was Angada lamenting? In the Vindhyas. In the Vindhya mountain, Sampati fell down, and he came under the this is Jatayu's story. No. And he came under the protection of a particular rishi called Nishakara. And under the protection of the rishi called Nishakara, Sampati continued to live. But all the time, remember, if you save somebody's life, as this elder brother always has the feeling of being the father. But if you save somebody's life, you feel all the more responsible, right? Which is why he was so attached to Jatayu. And the moment Jatayu's Vadha was mentioned, he was extremely perturbed and he wanted to know his state. When he got to hear of it, extremely saddened, he still did not want his brother's death to go waste. So he immediately tried to help the Vanaras as much as he could. But all he knew was that she was abducted by Ravana because he saw the Vimana flying with Ravana in it in the southern direction. Thus pointed by him, they moved towards the south. This I had told as a backstory even towards the start of Sundarakandam, but here we find Hanuman himself sharing the backstory with Sita Mata. Is it clear? Any questions thus far? 1 second, let me see whose hand is raised. Raji, ask me.
Ma'am, Jatayu, we can understand he sacrificed his life and all for the sake of Ramakarya. So what does Sampati symbolizes in the Ramayana, ma'am, apart from that just telling about the whereabouts of Sita ji?
Sampati provides a very important turning point. If the southern platoon of the Vanara Sena had decided to give up their lives, and indeed given up their lives, Sita Mata would not have been found. So, Sampati's role here is Margadarshana. Okay, that is important, very important. He is not doing Ramakarya. Here what he is doing is making sure that he is honoring his brother's life and the reason why his brother gave up his life. So he is showing Bhratra Sneha. There are many examples of Bhratra Sneha in Ramayana of the relationship between brothers. Rama Lakshmana, Rama Bharata, we can constantly discuss. A lot of points we can come up with. If we look at Bhratra Sneha, none was lost between Sugriva and Vali, unfortunately. But here in the case of Sampati and Jatayu, when his brother has given up his life, Sampati is immediately moved to help these people who were going towards in search of Sita Mata, at least to say that let my brother not have given up his life in vain. We also see another equally thorny fraternal relationship, that between Vibhishana and Ravana, where it is a constant conflict between dharma and adharma. Correct? In fact, Vibhishana, Ravana, and Kumbhakarna, three different brothers, three different gunas. Sattva-guna, Vibhishana. Rajo-guna, Ravana. Tamo-guna, Kumbhakarna. Choosing to stay in the path of adharma, although he knows the truth, is a clear indication of tamas. Correct? So Ramayana gives us so many life examples as to how we should be a good brother, how we should be a good sister, what we should do to help, how we should take responsibility. We should learn from the Vanaras on how to take responsibility. They went to the extent of wanting to give up their lives, not to say that it's a good thing, but they place that much importance on the work entrusted on them. So that level of commitment, so many things we learn from Ramayana, right? So Sampati's role is very important as Margadarshi. There are a few Margadarshis. The Chandra also tries to act as a Margadarshi. But Chandra by its nature is little fickle only. But here we see Sampati giving clear Margadarshana. Correct? Okay, so moving forward, any other questions? Okay. Tasya tadvacanam shrutva sampate pritivardanam angada pramukha sarve tatah samprasthitavayam tasya tadvacanam shrutva sampate pritivardanam angada pramukha sarve tatah samprasthitavayam together. Tasya tadvacanam shrutva sampate pritivardanam angada pramukha sarve tatah samprasthitavayam. Tasya sampatehe pritivardanam tatvachanam shrutva prasthitaha asan. They left. Okay, so who left? We'll see. Tasya sampatehe they were. Okay, prasthitaha asan. They left. Tasya sampatehe, that sampatis, prithivardhanam, that which increases happiness, that which is pleasing. Tat vachanam, those words. Shrutva, having heard. Angada pramukhaha, Angada and others. Angadaha pramukhaha yesham te iti bahuvrihi. Okay, Angada and others, led by him. Vayam, we all. Turnam, quickly. Tataha prasthitaha. From there we left. They did not, the Vanaras did not waste a minute. Till then they were starving and they were ready to starve to death. The moment they heard positive words, immediately energized, they just left from there. Thanking Sampati, they immediately left from there in search of Sita Mata. Vindhyadutthaya sampraptaha sagarasyantamuttaram twaddarshana kritotsaha rishtastushtaः plavangamaah Vindhyadutthaya sampraptaha sagarasyantamuttaram twaddarshana kritotsaha rishtastushtaः plavangamaah
त्वद्दर्शन कृतोत्साहा हृष्टास्तुष्टाः प्लवङ्गमाः.
Together. Vindyaduttaya sampraptaah sagarasyantamuttaram tvadarshana kritotsaha hrishtaastushtaah plavangamaah. Abhavan. We have to add the verb to understand Abhavan. Okay. Plavangamaha abhavan. Plavangamaha means vanaraha abhavan. Vanaras were. Okay. Plavangamaha, vanaras. Tvat darshana kritotsaha. Those who were enthused to see you. Okay. Who? Sita Mata. Prishtaha. Happy. Okay. Very, very thrilled to have received news of Sita Mata. Tushtaha. Satisfied. Although they have not completed the mission, it was not as hopeless as it was a few minutes ago, right? So they were satisfied. Tushtaha. Vindhyat utthaya. Having risen up from the Vindyas. Sagarasya uttaramantam. The ocean's northern shore. Imagine the distance between the Vindhya mountains and the Indian Ocean's northern shore. It will take us by flight a few hours, couple of hours maybe. But for Vanaras to go, how much time would it have taken? So out of happiness and contentment and in a great enthusiasm to see Sita Mata, their entire distance has been compressed in just one Vakya by Valmiki. Okay, all the way from the Vindhya mountains to the northern shore of the Indian Ocean, they happily traipsed across. Tushtaha, Hishtaha. Okay. Uttaram Antam Samprapta. Uttaram Antam, northern limit, Sampraptaha Abhavan. They had reached. So they reached. Okay. Again, lesson for us, no? Even if there's some positive thing happening, we must be content with it and not lose hope and move forward. We should never let the smallest hope die. Okay. Next shloka. Angada Pramukha Sarve
अंगदप्रमुखाः सर्वे
Velopantamupasthitaah
वेलोपान्तमुपस्थिताः
Chintam Jagmuh Punah Pitaah
चिन्तां जग्मुः
Punah Pitaah Punarbhitaah. In this slide, the repa is missing. Punaha Bitaah. Punarbhitaah. Bha.
So shouldn't it be?
No. Punarbhitaah. It's not. It's only for per. In case I confused you, it's only for per. Chintam Jagmur Punarbhitaah. Please add a repa. R. Okay. Punarbhitaah. Tvadarshana Samutsukaah. Tvadarshana Samutsukaah. Angada Pramukha Sarve Velopantamupasthitaah. Repeat.
अंगदप्रमुखाः सर्वे वेलोपान्तमुपस्थिताः
Chintam Jagmuh Punarbhitaah. Tvadarshana Samutsukaah.
चिन्तां जग्मुः पुनर्भीताः
Tvadarshana Samutsukaah. Samutsukaah. Not Sukha. Together. Angada Pramukha Sarve Velopantamupasthitaah. Chintam Jagmuh Punarbhitaah. Tvadarshana Samutsukaah. Again once more. Angada Pramukha Sarve Velopantamupasthitaah. Chintam Jagmuh Punarbhitaah. Tvadarshana Samutsukaah. The verb here is Jagmuhu. Jagmuhu usually means to go, but here Jagmuhu means experienced or felt. Let's see the meaning, we will understand. Angada Pramukhaha Sarve. As I explained in the previous shloka, Angada Pramukhaha is one who is the group which has Angada at its forefront, namely all the Vanaras, Sarve, all of them. Tvadarshana Samutsukaha, enthusiastic to see you. Earlier we saw Tvadarshana Kritotsaha. Here we see Tvadarshana Samutsukaha. Both mean the same thing. Utsukaha, to be enthused. Okay. Velopantam upasthitaha. Velasya upa antam velopantam, that means the ocean's shore. Vela upa anta. Vela ocean, upa near, anta limit. So velopantam refers to the ocean's shore. Upasthitaha, those who were waiting there, stationary there. Bhitaha, they got terrified seeing the ocean's length. We saw this, no, the very first beginning of Sundarakandam, we saw this. Looking at the ocean, they were terrified of the distance. Bhitaha, punaha chintam, again beset by worry. Jagbuhu, again they experienced chinta, again they experienced worry. Because the vast sea, how can they cross it? Here now, Hanuman, being the diplomat that he is, does not talk about recognition of his siddhis, does not talk about Jambavan's of his Jambavan's counsel. I think he very, very matter-of-factly describes the crossing of the ocean. What we saw in the entire first Sarga. Before the first Sarga had given an Upodghata also, what Hanuman felt, how Jambavan counselled, how Hanuman got back the cognition of the siddhis, felt confident, then crossed the ocean. When he crossed the ocean, the challenges, 200 plus shlokas we saw. All that gets compressed into one shloka by Hanuman in the next verse. अथाहं हरिसैन्यस्य सागरं प्रेक्ष्य सीदतः व्यवधूय भयं तीव्रम् योजनानां शतं प्लुतः अथाहं हरिसैन्यस्य सागरं प्रेक्ष्य सीदतः
अथाहं हरिसैन्यस्य सागरं प्रेक्ष्य सीदतः
व्यवधूय भयं तीव्रम् योजनानां शतं प्लुतः
व्यवधूय भयं तीव्रम् योजनानां शतं प्लुतः.
Very good. Together. अथाहं हरिसैन्यस्य सागरं प्रेक्ष्य सीदतः व्यवधूय भयं तीव्रम् योजनानां शतं प्लुतः. Plutah, asam, I did, I left. Very, very matter of fact. Atha aham, then I. Sagaram prekshya sidataha, seeing the ocean. Sagaram, ocean. Prekshya, seeing. Sidataha, those who were desperate. Harisainyasya, of that Harisena, of that Vanarasena, Tibram bhayam vyavaduya, Tibram, exceeding, bhayam, fear, vyavaduya, removing. Okay, or pushing aside, literally pushing aside, or casting aside the great fear of the Vanarasena, which was stuck at the limits of the northern limits of the great ocean. Yojananam shataha plutam, shatam plutaha asam. Yojananam shatam. 100 yojanas. Plutaha, one who has left over. So, I merely left over the 100 yojanas. That's all. Nothing more to do with it. Okay, I just jumped. No more description. Okay. Matter of fact. Now is when Sita Mata should wonder. This cannot be an ordinary Vanarano. How can he jump over 100 yojanas? Till now, her only worry was Ravana has come in the form of a Vanara to trouble me. Ravana has come in the form of a Vanara to scare me. But now this Vanara is admitting 100 yojanas are left over in a matter of fact way. But the way he conveys it, so matter of fact and so capable, has her convinced. That's all it is. That is why he is a great diplomat. Very capable, very matter of fact, very calm. You and I, if we have accomplished something of this magnitude, you can imagine our own family WhatsApp groups will be flooded with photos of our achievement. First. Second, what will we do? Call up the closest ones to and say, it's a great day, a great achievement for me. I'm so happy. You must feel happy for me too. Spread our happy. And who can forget that that villain social media? We will post on Facebook, we will post on Instagram, all our whatever things that we do, because we want the world to know what we are up to, how great we are. Here is Hanuman having done something so great, and all he says is, Yojana Shata Puta Asam. It's 100 yojanas I crossed over. So confidently that Sita Mata is actually, in my personal opinion, in my humble personal opinion, probably this is what convinced her. that indeed this is a genuine Vanara only. 100 yojanas he's crossed and come. Look at the calm way in which he's saying, this is really Rama's Duta, capable of that kind of execution, that kind of work. Okay, and he's telling, obviously he's told the entire backstory all correctly. He's described Rama beautifully. Everything ties up. So finally she's convinced. Now we'll see what happens next. Lanka chapi maya ratrau
लङ्का चापि मया रात्रौ
pravishta rakshasakula
प्रविष्टा राक्षसाकुला
ravanascha maya drishtaha.
रावणश्च मया दृष्टः.
Together means ravanascha maya drishtastvam cha shoka nipidita.
रावणश्च मया दृष्टस्त्वं च शोकनिपीडितः निपीडिता.
If you feel it's too much, you can break it. Ravanascha maya drishtaha tvam cha shoka nipidita.
रावणश्च मया दृष्टः त्वं च शोकनिपीडिता.
Lanka chapi maya ratrau pravishta rakshasakula
लङ्का चापि मया रात्रौ प्रविष्टा राक्षसाकुला
ravanascha maya drishtastvam cha shoka nipidita.
रावणश्च मया दृष्टस्त्वं च शोकनिपीडिता.
Together. Lanka chapi maya ratrau pravishta rakshasakula ravanascha maya drishtastvam cha shoka nipidita. Okay. Drishtaha asit. Okay. Rakshasakula Lanka. Lanka which is filled with Rakshasas. Cha api. And also. Maya ratrau pravishta. By me in the night. Ratrau in the night. Pravishta has been entered. Maya ravanascha drishtaha. By me Ravana has been seen. Shoka paripluta tvam cha. One who is overcome by grief, you also have been seen by me. So Hanuman is sequencing the events. I entered Lanka, saw it filled with Rakshasas, saw Ravana, then I managed to meet you. He did see Ravana first. Remember Ravana in the Antapura, almost insensate to the world, drunk and surrounded by so many beautiful women. Okay. Then later in the morning, after he's seen the grief-stricken Sita Mata and he is very elated, but at the same time very cautious, he finds Ravana approaching Sita Mata and then giving her those vile threats. Okay, and a final ultimatum that if within 2 months she does not accede to his request, she will become his breakfast. Correct? And then she being threatened by all the Rakshasas. Everything Hanuman has seen. So he is now conveying that to her. Etatte sarvamakhyatam
एतत्ते सर्वमाख्यातम्
yatha vrittamanindite
यथा वृत्तमनिन्दिते
abhibhashasva mam devi.
अभिभाषस्व मां देहि
Devi.
देवि
Duto dasharatheraham
दूतो दाशरथेरहम्
etatte sarvamakhyatam yatha vrittamanindite
एतत्ते सर्वमाख्यातम् यथा वृत्तमनिन्दिते
abhibhashasva mam devi duto dasharatheraham.
अभिभाषस्व मां देवि दूतो दाशरथेरहम्.
Together. Etatte sarvamakhyatam yatha vrittamanindite abhibhashasva mam devi duto dasharatheraham. Abhibhashasva. You may speak. Is the verb. Lotlakara. Anindite Devi. O blameless queen. O blameless goddess. This is how Hanuman addresses her. We see Valmiki addressing Sita or describing Sita Mata as Anindita in so many cases in the previous sargas. Here Hanuman is also saying, he said it before also. Oh, blameless Sita Mata, nothing was done by you to deserve this. You are Jagan Mata. How come you are suffering? Okay, oh Anindite, oh blameless lady. Etat sarvam yathavrittam te akyatam. Etat sarvam, all this. Yathavrittam, as it happened. Te akyatam. For you it has been told. Mom, by me. No. Mam abhibhashasva. Sorry, not mom. Anindite akyatam. I have told all this to you. That much is done. Then, Mam abhibhashasva. Speak to me. You may speak to me. Aham Dasharathehe Dutaha. I am Dasharathi's Duta. Dasharathi is Rama, right? Son of Dasharatha. Dasharathi. Dasharathehe Dutaha. I am Dasharathi's messenger. So please speak to me. I have told you everything as it has happened. Again, he begs her to speak to him. What is the question? Who has it?
Me, ma'am, just wanted to know clarification for Yata Vrittami Nindite means what, ma'am?
Yatha Vrittam means as it has happened. Anindite is the Sambodhana or the epithet used to address her. So Hanuman is calling her as Anindite, oh blameless lady. Okay. Yasya Nindana Aninda. One who does not have any Ninda attached to her is Aninda. So you are blameless in the entire affair. So you are not, you are therefore worthy of all my compassion, all my help, all my kindness. That is the implication behind addressing her as, oh blameless lady. Also to say, I am totally on your side. Okay, that way. Okay. Yathavritam, as it happens. Tammam Rama Kritodyogam.
Tammam Rama Kritodyogam.
Tvannimittamihaagatam.
Tvannimittamihaagatam.
Sugriva Sachivam Devi.
Sugriva Sachivam Devi.
Buddhyasva Pavanatmajam.
Buddhyasva Pavanatmajam.
Tammam Rama Kritodyogam. Tvannimittamihaagatam. Tammam Rama Kritodyogam. Tvannimittamihaagatam. Sugriva Sachivam Devi. Buddhyasva Pavanatmajam. Sugriva Sachivam Devi.
Buddhyasva Pavanatmajam.
Together. Tammam Rama Kritodyogam. Tvannimittamihaagatam. Sugriva Sachivam Devi. Buddhyasva Pavanatmajam. Any doubt? A very bad habit of mumbling. Open your mouth and chant. Buddhyasva. You may know me to be. That is the verb. Know me to be. Mam vidhi, we say, no? Same meaning. Buddhyasva. Know me to be. Devi, he addresses her as, O radiant one, O goddess, O divine lady. Tam mam. Rama kritodyogam. Tvannimittamihaagatam. Sugriva sachivam. Pavanatmajam. Buddhyasva. Know me to be Pavanatmaja, son of Vayu. All the other words are also descriptions of Mam, me. Okay, he describes himself. The first way he describes himself is Rama Kritodyogam. One who has taken up a mission, Udyoga, to accomplish Rama's Udyoga. Krita here refers to taking up a mission. Rama Kritodyogam, one who has taken it upon himself to achieve Rama's mission. Okay, this is not, I am a servant, Dasharathehe Duta, I have been dispatched by Rama, I am doing Rama's karyam, I am just merely an agent. The attitude is not that. What is the attitude? Attitude is, I have taken it upon myself to do Rama's work. Nobody else, even if others may have told me to do it, it is the work that I have taken responsibility for. Okay, so this is my work. Rama's work is my work. Not my work is my work. Rama's work is my work. This is only Karma Yoga, no? Correct? When we cook also, no? I am doing Bhagavan's work. That is different from I'm doing my family's work of making 35 chapatis in a day and finishing the day and going on. Instead, if I say I'm doing Rama's work, then even 2 chapatis will be divine. Correct. So this is Rama's work. My bringing up my children is Rama's work. Crossing the ocean is Rama's work. So the whole attitude is my work is divine because it is indeed his and not mine. Okay. So Rama Kritotyoga. Then Twannimittam. Again, what is the motive? Nimitta means what? Condition or motive. What is the condition? Not the self, but you. Sita Mata is the nimittam. His work is selfless. He is engaging in Karma Yoga. He is doing Rama's Karya. Twannimittam. For your sake, I am doing it for you. You are the object. You are the one for whom the work is being done. Twannimittam. Iha agatam. I have come here. Okay. Sugriva Sachivam. I am the minister of Sugriva. Pavanatmajam. I am the son of Vayu. Budhyasva. You may know me to be thus. Okay. By just the very beautiful use of the 2 adjectives, Rama Kritodhyogam and Twannimittamihagatam itself, Sita Mata, already convinced by his calm competence and his great ability, would be fully sold. See, he is doing Rama's work, he has come for my sake. Okay, so the confidence is even more established. And further credentials, I am Sugriva's minister and I am the son of Vayu. Vayu is a Deva. Okay, so all these stack up in his favor and Sita Mata is very positively disposed towards him. Okay, so that's where we are right now. Any other questions? Time do we have? Yeah, okay, moving forward. Kushali tava kakutsthaha.
Kushali tava kakutsthaha.
Sarva shastra bhritambaraha.
Sarva shastra bhritambaraha.
Guror aradhane yukto.
Guror aradhane yukto.
Lakshmana shubha lakshmanaha. Sorry, Lakshmana shubha lakshanaha.
Lakshmana shubha lakshanaha.
Kushali tava kakutsthaha. Sarva shastra bhritambaraha.
Kushali tava kakutsthaha. Sarva shastra bhritambaraha.
Guror aradhane yukto. Lakshmana shubha lakshanaha.
Guror aradhane yukto. Lakshmana shubha lakshanaha.
Together. Kushali tava kakutsthaha. Sarva shastra bhritambaraha. Guror aradhane yukto. Lakshmana shubha lakshanaha. Once more. Kushali tava kakutsthaha. Sarva shastra bhritambaraha. Guror aradhane yukto. Lakshmana shubha lakshanaha. By the play of the words here in Lakshmanaha, Shubha Lakshanaha, Valmiki, through Hanuman, engages in a beautiful wordplay with excellent meaning. We will see that. Okay. Lakshmanaha cha asti. Asti we have to add as a verb. Sarva Shastra Bhritambaraha tava kakutstaha kushali. First sentence. Sarva Shastra Bhritambaraha. Among all those who wield the weapons, the greatest. Sarva, all, Shastra, weapons. Bhritam, those who bear or carry. Among all those who carry the weapons, Sarva Shastra Bhritam, Varaha, the greatest. Who is that? Tava Kakutstha. Your Kakutstha, the one who belongs to the who is descended from Kakutstha. Kakutstha could mean Rama, Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrughna. Here it is Tava Kakutstha, your Kakutstha, namely Rama. So the greatest among the wielders of the weapons, your Rama. This adjective is to indicate his strength, valor, okay, and his ability to accomplish a task that he sets his mind on. Who? Ramas. Okay. So Kushali, he is well, which means nothing stops him. The moment I go back and tell him that you are here, nothing stops him from coming back to you. Okay. Then next look at his main person who's with him. Lakshmanaha. Gururaradhane yuktaha shubhalakshanaha Lakshmanaha. Okay. The 2 adjectives when taken together for Lakshmana give better meaning than when taken alone. Let's see. First is Shubha Lakshanaha, means one who is endowed with all positive good attributes. auspicious attributes. Who? Lakshmana. Gururadhane yuktaha. Yuktaha means one who is enjoined in, one who is engaged in. Guroho aradhanam. What is Guroho aradhanam? Who is Lakshmana's guru? Rama. Aradhanam means what? Not lighting a lamp, not lighting a deepam in front of the photo and worshipping Aradhana. But this is Aradhana simply means following, listening to, obeying. Okay. Aradhana, pleasing. Okay. So this is his job. Whose job? Lakshmana. So when you take both adjectives together, the Shubha Lakshana of Lakshmana is Guru Aradhana. What we learn from Lakshmana is how the Lakshana of Lakshmana is Rama. The Lakshana of Lakshmana is he is Rama Aradhane Rataha. That is his unique and auspicious trait. That's what makes him a great Bhagavata. Okay, so he is also there, ready, always ready to serve his brother's command. So everybody is there on your side, don't worry. That is the whole point of this sentence.
Why did he listen to Sita and go with Ravana?
That whole backstory we have explained so many times. Why he went, what happened. Correct? If you want, you can ask this question later also. I'll explain. Okay. But the main point here is that Hanuman is talking to Sita Mata in a way that builds her confidence. She is asking, what about the past? When Rama chased the magic deer, when Lakshmana was this one, and when Lakshmana was left behind. Okay, and why Rama enjoying to serve Sita Mata turned him away. All that happened, she's asking, why did that happen? The fact that happened here, look at the context. The fact that happened is known to everyone here. What is happening here is Hanuman, being the diplomat that he is trying to reassure Sita Mata, saying that both Rama and Lakshmana are competent and ready to protect you and retrieve you are on your side. They will come to you for sure. That's the whole intent of this entire Sarga 35. Hanuman's words are meant to reassure Sita Mata. So that is from 31 onwards. Every word that Hanuman speaks is only for Sita Mata to trust him and to also give her confidence. Because remember, he told in 30th Sarga, I can go away, leaving her here and just convey the news of her being found to Rama. But then I would be a half-baked messenger because there is no guarantee that Sita Mata would retain her life. I have to, therefore, it is my dharma, therefore, to give some kind of ashvasana or some kind of reassurance to Sita Mata. So from Sarga 35, he is doing that only. Talking consistently to Sita Mata, similar words, saying, trust me, you can trust that Rama will come for you. He is all powerful. Although he misses you dreadfully, although he cried dreadfully, see, very well-tailored words. Although he cried dreadfully at the sight of your ornaments, he is powerful. He will come for you. He wants you. He is really intent on rescuing you. That's why Sugriva sent all the Vanaras in all the directions. So every word of his is meant to reassure. Is your doubt also clear? Okay. Anandji, what is your doubt? A question?
No, not doubt, ma'am. Just a clarification, ma'am. Here he's mentioning about Lakshmana also to clarify her doubt that maybe Lakshmana is angry with her. Is that the reason why he's also
everywhere towards, yeah, from 31st Sarga, everywhere Rama and Lakshmana go together every time to say that Lakshmana reveres you. He is trying to retrieve you, and he is, because Rama, in fact, earlier class he said one thing, see, 2 classes before, I think, because Rama is sad, Lakshmana is agonized. So it is Rama's emotions which drive Lakshmana's emotions as well. So everywhere he presents them, and like you rightly pointed out, this is also to say that though nobody is, especially Lakshmana is not holding any grievance against you. Everywhere Sita Mata mentions, I must have done some sin, I must have done some papa, she is referring to that only. I spoke like this to Lakshmana, I did Bhagavata Apachara. Because I did that, and I also accused Bharata, the Parama Bhagavata, because of wanting the kingdom, of wanting to do away with his brother. So all these horrible thoughts that I expressed are responsible for where I am now. But everywhere we must remember, she is Jagannatha, she is a puppeteer, she is pulling the strings. Okay, that's another layer of the, if you look at it as a Sahitya, as a story, there is one layer. If you look at it as the Tatparya or the Tattva, there is another layer. The other layer is she is Jagannatha. She knows everything happens because of her only. Every bit of it happens, every bit of it is a drama happening staged by them. Okay, now we move forward. Tasya Viryavato Devi Bhartrustava Hite Rataha भर्तुस्तव हिते रतः अहमेकस्तु सम्प्राप्तः
अहमेकस्तु सम्प्राप्तः
सुग्रीववचनाद्विह
सुग्रीववचनादिह
तस्य वीर्यवतो देवी भर्तुस्तव हिते रतः तस्य वीर्यवतो देवी भर्तुस्तव हिते रतः अहमेकस्तु सम्प्राप्तः सुग्रीववचनात् इह अहमेकस्तु सम्प्राप्तः सुग्रीववचनात् इह together तस्य वीर्यवतो देवी भर्तुस्तव हिते रतः
अहमेकस्तु सम्प्राप्तः सुग्रीववचनादिह
once more तस्य वीर्यवतो देवी भर्तुस्तव हिते रतः अहमेकस्तु सम्प्राप्तः सुग्रीववचनाद्विह okay प्राप्तः आसम् I have reached here देवी O goddess वीर्यवतः तव भर्तुः तस्य हिते रतः अहम् वीर्यवतः तव भर्तुः of your वीर्यवान of your brave husband भर्तुः भर्ता husband of your brave husband okay tasya hite ratah in his welfare one who is engaged who's that aham I so of your valorous husband in whose welfare I am ever engaged Sugriva Vachanat due to orders from my master Sugriva iha here ekaha by myself alone praptaha I have reached so out of regard and respect for your husband brave husband and on orders from Sugriva I alone have reached here okay so he says this alone as the commentators will mention two of them mention this they say by saying alone the indication is this I am only enough. I only could cross the ocean. Imagine the power of the Vanarasena. I alone could cross the ocean. Imagine the power of my master who set me to cross the ocean. Imagine the power of my chief Angada who is waiting on the other side. Imagine the power of Rama and Lakshmana. I just told about them in the previous verse only. They are so powerful, they are waiting to come to you. So, I alone can do this much. The entire Vanarasena together, along with Sugriva, Jambavan, the bears, and along with Rama, Lakshmana, indefatigable force. That is the implication by saying, Aham Ekaha. This is not to say, I only could do this, nobody else could do it. That is childish. That is not the way Hanuman is saying, Aham Ekaha. He is saying it is in the I, the lowliest among monkeys, if I could do it, imagine the great monkeys, how much they can do. That is the way he is conveying it. Okay. So with this, we will close today's class and we will see the rest of it in the next session. So, स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन